We're starting today off with no rhyme, no reason. We're just doing stuff. And what stuff? I'm not quite sure. I do have some plans over the next couple days that are gonna basically push the channel forward in the way I wanted it to go and as far as I wanted it to go. Did a stray dog just walk by? Uno momento. Okay, now that we're back, wasn't my dog, wasn't the neighbor's dog. Don't know whose dog that was, but that was kind of weird. Yeah, so we're back here today doing stuff as usual. I don't know what to do with my hands. Last few days, just knocking stuff out. Trying to do a bunch of off-camera progress as much as I'm doing on camera. Try this again. So last few days, just doing a bunch of stuff off camera. Went ahead, cleaned the crap out of Molly, Gail's truck, the 64 that is bagged. I love saying that. This thing is just, whew, so much better to look at. Saw some B-roll, getting that thing pressure washed and cleaned out. S10, I'm so tired right now, I need more coffee. S10 is making some good progress. One of the things I'm so stoked about is, it's just a back bumper, but it bolted back on factory, and having the brown truck sitting there as I have this, just, you know, I can just unbolt everything and I know exactly how it came off, exactly how it has to go back on, what nuts and bolts go where. Right now I'm actually just pulling all of the pieces from the brown truck and kind of organizing them so I know what's there, what I want to keep, etc. We'll talk all about all that in a later video and stuff, but I'm getting down to the point of even doing like door locks. So I have door locks on this truck for once. I mean, it has locks but no keys. Like I said, this is just a $500 shell that we got that had no front suspension or nothing like that. No, it is what it is. But that's all. Later video, later stuff. Secrets, don't worry. Today, there's a huge focus on the crew cab for once, which is something it's like we forgot about. I put all this time and money and effort into getting all these parts ready for this thing, getting the LB7 ready, getting the entire precision fabrication kit ready, which, oh, hey, what? Huh? 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 We'll talk about that stuff in a second. Yes, everything is powder coated blackish on the precision kit, and then you saw some teal stuff. So the teal stuff we'll talk about. But like I was saying, basically I had to stop because getting what I needed for this truck had become just like impossible. I was trying to get some parts. The Jetta whole fiasco kind of caught me off guard where it was such a good deal. I had to go get it. So I let a lift kit sit a weekend thinking, oh, I'll go get it the following weekend. Well, guess what? It wasn't there. Then of course the Dana 60 I wanted wasn't there. That threw me for a loop. I didn't know what I was gonna do. Didn't know how I was gonna, you know, get the parts I needed. And then I realized, crap, what's gonna happen when I go to pull the diff out of this truck and I have absolutely no way to pull it out? Well, height-wise, we now have that sorted with a set of 10-ton frame stands. These things are just incredibly beef. I mean, my finger isn't as big around as this pin is. So what's cool is we will be able to get the frame up a little bit, get the stands under, pull the wheels, pull the diff, well, leaf spring steering, you know, all that stuff. Get this entire front end out of there. And actually sold tomorrow. And then the following day, which is Sunday, we're going to go ahead and do like 10 hours of driving to pick up the Super Duty axle finally. We might do a little filming or some shorts that day for the adventures we're going to be going through because it's going to take forever. And getting, but that's all, you know, that's all fine and dandy. That's what we need. I said no matter what, this truck was going to sit as long as it needed until I got the parts I wanted to do everything the way I wanted. And what do you know? There it is. Let's take it apart and let's get it actually to the point of no return. I mean, once we take the leaf springs out and we have the diff out and we cut the leaf mounts out and then the shock mounts and everything out, we no longer are a leaf sprung front truck. We're on our way to radius arms and coilovers and an LB7, and it's gonna be my actual dream truck to a T. But as I'm saying this, I'm noticing some weird stuff coming out of the sky, and let's see if the camera's gonna pick this up. No, it's not really. I see blue sky over there, which is what's weird, but it's raining. Well, I guess goodbye summer. Hello fall. It's that time of year again. Rain's coming in, and that means we have less and less time to get all of these projects done. Like I said, I wanted the Duramax in before the rains really started, so it's the beginning / mid of September. Oh yeah, I really have to start pushing now because I want this to be driving at least by the time the main rains hit. So I have like a month or less now. The S10 and everything, I mean, we have wipers now because of all this and everything. So yeah, that's fine. Molly will get new real estate soon, so instead of rambling, let's go ahead and get this thing on some jack stands and start pulling my baby apart. Oh. You ever stop in the middle of doing something and you just kind of look and you, I don't know, life or yeah, just kind of staring and realizing I got my little guy here helping me, well, having fun, while I work on my dream truck. Not gonna lie, I'm pretty happy right now. Yeah, Dada? Huh? You trying to learn how to talk? You say hi? Yeah. So, yep, he's helping me out today, and it's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome to have your son just chilling back there, learning. But we got this thing up. We got these giant beasts off. 40, 13, 50, 18s. I love these tires. I love these wheels. But now that we're getting the Super Duty axle, I'll be 8x170 in the front and 8x6.5 in the rear. A lot of people would just update to a newer 14 bolt, but I have a Detroit True Track and it's a fresh 14 bolt, so I'm just going to convert to disc brakes and that's it. We'll just run wheel spacers. Who knows, I might go to 10 lug and run, you know, some big boy wheels, but I'm going to let him keep hanging out with me, and I'm going to get the rest of this apart now that I know it's not going to kill me, which, by the way, those stands, yeah, huh buddy, they're great. So now we got to go ahead and get steering off. Gonna leave this crossover piece for the guy buying it, pull the shocks. I think I'm gonna go ahead and cut all these heater hoses off and stuff like that real quick. But hard to film while he's just learning how to talk and squealing and making noises. He's just way too cute. There's a bunch of little stuff that I'm gonna clean up. Probably won't clean it up now. I might actually get, you know, the cruise control stuff deleted, but we're at a spot where I gotta start tidying up the wiring. The main thing will be the fabrication stuff that's gonna involve with this. So I gotta get rid of this weld is not even really on there anyway. I'm gonna try and just take my Sawzall and like nip these. Alright, that's for later. For now, it's bolt, 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 and then pull the shocks because I'm keeping the shocks. I'll be selling the lift kit and the shocks. Yeah, made a nice little penny off this. Got all the parts I wanted. Got some extra parts that we'll talk about once this is all off. Pretty excited, but that means a ton more work, and we're standing here talking and not working. So I'm gonna get more soda and back to this. Oh, almost died. Not in the way you'd think. So, about this moment right here, I realized probably want to be able to set this down. Yeah, huffing. I wanted to set this down on some. I think he's saying he's gonna tell on me for almost dying. But I realized I wanted to set the front diff down on some sort of wheel dollies. You know, something so I can roll this out of the way by myself and just kind of wedge it under the back of the truck for the night because the guy's picking it up in the morning. I have 2 spare LS blocks and they're sitting on my car dollies. So let's just push the LS blocks. Oh, my heart's beating so fast. Just push the LS blocks down this hill into the basement. Well, you could see, didn't go as planned. I'm glad I got it on camera, so I'll throw that clip in here. Still has a lot of water. Yeah. Yep, so there we go. Almost died. The second one did the same thing and I didn't have that on camera, but that was hilarious. But I got everything undone from the diff. I got the shocks undone. I have one last leaf bolt hiding under this wire. I can't wait to fix... can't wait to start digging in on that, but this last leaf bolt here, because we have this one undone. This side's actually already free hanging because I have it lower. Shocks are undone. Steering is undone. Things are undone. He's partying. We got cameras. So let's go ahead and get this thing down on some wheel dollies. Once it's on the wheel dollies, we can then attempt to, I don't know, roll it out to a spot where I can sell it? Yeah, something like that. Dolly ho.
And we got a lot of GTRs. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Outside. There's about 12 GTRs to my knowledge, but today we got a new.
Neighbor's dog has not stopped barking. I'm like literally trying to time in between clips to film, or in between barks to film. Oh. But I mean, hey, there is nothing. Let's get this out of the way. Check that out. Danger, Will Robinson, danger. You into limbo? No. Yeah, he helped.
You did great. You can't have the camera, no. But I'm stoked on that. I mean, he's not stoked on that. We're taking his truck apart. Well, you know how it is. He's pretty mad at me, so I'm gonna get him in the house, get him some food, and we'll come back out here, check this out a little more, clean it up, show you some of these new fancy parts. I am one man doing all this stuff, but you know, with half the tools you really need, and oh, this is hard. I wish I had a lift. I really need to think about a lift in the backyard at some point or something, or getting a shop. But for now, nothing's paying my bills but me, so flip more cars and keep doing it on my back in the driveway. Huffing. Catching up on my YouTube fix while working, because that's how I roll. Yeah, I'm trying to get back into the habit of cleaning up all of the mess that I made while I was working, so went ahead and actually swept up some of that, got some of the oil cleaned up, started to pull some of the wiring and power steering stuff back apart, and it's just, oh, there is nothing left to the front of my beautiful truck. Some people had asked, like, did you get rid of the front end? And I just have the front end stashed over there. I gotta pressure wash all that, and that's for a Super Clean video, because thank you for sponsoring us, Super Clean. And I'm sorry I haven't gotten that video out yet. I'm slacking. Trying to get all the parts and all this stuff is, oh, COVID sucks right now. But yeah, everybody is just back ordered and tells you a few days and it ends up being 2 weeks. Speaking of which, I just got some boxes over yonder for the Jetta's intercooler system, so I'm actually gonna, when I end this video up, I'll be pulling the Jetta up behind this and starting to work on that. Yeah, we got a lot to cut out now. It's gonna be a lot of stuff off camera because it's just cutting and cutting and cutting and cutting and cutting, because boy, some of these welds and some of the stuff they did, this is an old restoration, you know, hot rod back from the day, so a lot of stuff was just done to be done. Like, and these aren't bad welds here, but one's up here and holding, and this is all like a home brewed lift where they pulled the leaf spring brackets off, I mean, and left, like, let's see if it's gonna focus in on that, and left the rivet tails and all that in its way, and then they just welded it to this with, so I gotta clean these up, the frame ends obviously, so we can remount a bumper. I gotta basically come through and chisel and chop all of this out to pull that out. I need a bare frame all the way up. This is just a power steering cooler, just I set right there. But yeah, Ford Tower, I did this actually. Let's see if it will focus. They weren't the greatest welds, but I mean they have not even tried to let go, so problem is I wasn't expecting them to come off, so now they have to. So I'm gonna have to cut all that on both sides. Tower, that bump stop has to come off. Then I gotta wire wheel all of this. There is still a couple fuel lines that need to come off, pull the gas tanks, because we have a plastic Silverado gas tank hiding under there. To make all of this easier, we have the Silverado fuel lines for the LB7 and everything, but all of this and that whole table will be going into this. Now that we know what's all coming off, and we'll be doing radius arms and obviously a whole bunch more there and all down the road once those come in, one major thing had to change. No more leaf springs. Hello, big boys. Let's get these unboxed, get these open, check these out. Ugh. No words. The amount of stoked is just so unreal right now. I just kept saying when I wanted to build the truck, I wanted to build what I wanted, my dream truck. I wanted to build obviously an old Crewcab square body, but I wanted it to drive a little bit newer. I don't necessarily enjoy the way it rides with, you know, almost 10-inch front leaf springs, 10-inch lift front leaf springs, and everything like that. It kind of sucks. So with radius arms, with the Super Duty axle, why not go coilovers? So I hunted down a set of F350 8-inch coilovers for a Power Stroke. I mean, figured the diff's gonna bolt right to them. All I gotta do is make some upper mounts, and then what's the worst, you know, I need to revalve them a little or something like that, respring them. I figured the Power Stroke is a V8 diesel. It's gonna weigh similar to the LB7, and an F350 is gonna weigh somewhat similar to my truck. I mean, it's not gonna be exact. When am I ever exact on anything? But check these out. They are Dirt Logics. Yes, I have everything kind of just rigged up for the thumbnail and the pictures, but I'm stoked. They do, forgot the bottom mount because of course I'm a terrible YouTuber. They did come powder coated, which I was actually going to use like this tealish color on some of the suspension anyways, so meant to be? I'm not sure. But these are the lower bucket mounts. They have a sway bar mount, but I probably won't use a sway bar. Yeah, these will bolt right into the factory lower mount, and then the tops would bolt to a factory coil bucket, but I'm not sure if I'm going to, what I'm going to do there. I'm going to make a top mount that will probably incorporate this, because I like how it holds the resi and all that stuff. But, oh my, if you imagine, my diff was mounted like up here now, and they're not all, I can go taller if I needed to. I'm so excited. Yeah, obviously the truck is going to be huge. I'm not going to be Gabe Farrell big, but I'm kind of trying. The man is crazy. His truck is way bigger than mine is, but I want at least to skate the 40s. It's been the goal for the whole time. Obviously these are only 40 1350 18s. We'll be going to like a 40, either 1350 or 1550, like 24, 22, somewhere around there. But once that all happens, well, way down the road. But I want that level right there above the top of them. And obviously this is leaned, but you get the gist. I want it all the way up. Let's get a side view. Yeah, it's gonna be a big boy. It's pretty crazy. I'm gonna get some more stuff cleaned up. I'm gonna get the Jetta pulled in here. This was just a, you know, let's get some progress on this thing. Let's get it the way it needs to go. I have a bunch of other stuff I gotta do for the S10 and the turbo, the boost controller set up. My brain is just, I've been trying to work on 1, 2, 3, 4 trucks all at once today. I'm about to work on a Volkswagen to get that intercooler set up done, like I said, because we got some stuff in the mail. It's everywhere. I don't even have space in here because I have 5 motors and a Duramax kit and transfer case and intercooler and radiator and crib, so he hangs out and average Joe builds, right? We're out of here. Like, comment, subscribe if you like what you're seeing. Let a friend know. We'll catch you guys later.